Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to day two of SciFest 2025. I hope everyone has been having some amazing fun for National Science Week and really look forward to another wonderful program. So today we are joined with Ben from Fizzics Education, who is going to be running our earth science or our rocktastic trivia for us today. And we are brought to you today by Inspiring Australia New South Wales, who is making all of these SciFest events possible today. Now, I'm just going to move some things around in the chat while I spotlight Ben. There we go.
G'day, Karen. How are you?
Fabulous. Very excited about another wonderful National Science Week
Oh, yeah.
program. And yes, I think both Ben and I are very, very busy doing live shows, digital shows, attending events. So it's a huge time of year. But yeah, August is all about science.
Oh, absolutely. It's so fun. And I know we've got some people here. You've done this before. You've been to trivia before. You know how it works. But there's some people who have never done it before. Just quickly, I'm from Fizzics. We teach science all over the country. Have done so for now 21 years. Oh my gosh, Karen, you've been doing it for a long time too. And today we are doing a rocktastic trivia. So it's all about geology. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen and we're going to use Kahoot. So those people who have used Kahoot before, yeah, it's Kahoot. If you've not done it before, look at that screen and you'll find that you have lots and lots of stuff that we can do with this particular thing. So the idea is that we need to scan that QR code at the top or go to kahoot.it and type in that game pin. That's what we need to do. So one or the other. So we need to either scan that or type kahoot.it or use the Kahoot app and then use this game pin. It's got a little enter this pattern so that we know it's all nice and safe and that you are humans and not those bots that turn up. So that's the idea. So make sure that we put in, and I might even go to the chat and I'm going to put in that in there. So we want to go to www.kahoot.it. There we go. So that's the first thing you put in. And game pin is 301321. There we go. So that's what you put in. Oh, we're getting people to turn up. They're turning in. We've got the Bright Sugar Glider. We have the Royal Urchin. We have Captain Sphinx. That's a hard one to say. Adventurous Platypus. Trustworthy Rabbit. I hope we're trustworthy. I'm sure you are. Trendy Swan just turned up. We've got a few people who rock in. You get to choose your name, or sometimes you don't. You get assigned a name. Depends on how we've set it up today. But the Incredible Yeti. That's cool. That's fun. But that's what we want to do. We want to have you in this session because if you've never played Kahoot before, the way it works is, yes, it is multiple choice. And those multiple choice answers are based on those symbols that you see above, that orange looking background for the circle, the green looking background for the square, the red looking background for the triangle, and the blue one for the diamond. But the point of it is that it doesn't just measure if you're right. Now, that's a good thing for trivia. You want to be right. But you know what? You get more points for being faster on being right compared to others. And what we'll do is it will share an ongoing podium through these 20 questions. Yeah, you're going to do 20 questions. And during those 20 questions, you are going to find out who's in the lead, who's not in the lead. And you know what? Even if you're sitting behind, I've watched many people come from behind and catch up and beat everyone at the end anyway. So it's all about how quick you are and how right you are. So that's what we want to do. We've got hi, Captain Sphinx. Good to see you there. Gleaming cassowary. Cassowaries are such a cool animal, Karen.
They certainly are. And yesterday, Ben, I think we had 125 people participating as names in the Kahoot. So some of you actually may be doing this as a group, a family, or a classroom, but you also can do it as an individual as well. So they're coming through. Astonishing Hedgehog. Love it.
Love this for sure. So it is important that we do capture the people who are involved because once we start, it's a little it's a bit sad that others people miss out. So right now we've got 29 people I can see already into it. That already, Karen, it's changed because now we're at 35. So we keep on getting more and more people. Amazing hyenas. They aren't in Australia, but they certainly are silly bees. I love Australian bees. I actually have an Australian bee poster, and my favorite is the blue bee. There's a blue bee. Australia has a blue bee, which is kind of
Yep.
neat.
Oh, the blue banded bee is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, it's a good thing, even though we're inside doing a Kahoot, there's lots of activities to get you outside exploring your natural environment as well. And I know we will share a list of, I think it's 200 experiments now that Ben has on the Fizzics Education website that we will share as well to give you ideas of things that you can do at home as well.
Absolutely. It'd be a shame to do Science Week without doing science experiments. Now, they don't have to break the bank. You probably already own the stuff. For example, I'm pretty sure you have water. Probably do. You probably
Yep.
have paper. And you probably have a cup, which means you can already do the upside down cup experiment. There are heaps of things you can do using simple stuff. And so, ideally, if you're doing those science experiments, you should change one thing and see the effect. So, every one of those experiments are safe. They've been used in classrooms for years, and they are designed to do some variable testing. Now, a couple of them will involve having an adult nearby, but that's pretty clearly written with in red and in bold, adult needed. Now, vibrant mandrill. Those are really those monkeys that are a little bit like they're not quite a monkey. They're really powerful, more like a baboon. It's an interesting one. What else we got?
Fabulous.
Peaceful camel,
So
like
Ben, we
chilled.
can focus as well and send we'll send all of those experiments, but thinking that we're having a bit of a geology day today, that maybe you can focus on some of those geology earth science activities. And tomorrow we're doing a bit of a general science. We've got our ology trivia and our careers in STEM session for tomorrow afternoon. Then on Thursday, it's all about animals. So we've got a peculiar parents story time happening. Then we've got our Australian animal trivia, and then we've got a decoding the sort of the universe with Sydney Zoo. So that's going to be a really amazing one. And then on Friday, we're back to amazing marine life. So what do you reckon, Ben? We've got 63 people in. Should we get it started?
I reckon we should get started for sure. So definitely thanks again to Virtual Excursions Australia for putting this on, Inspiring Australia New South Wales for lovingly supporting this program, and thank you for everyone coming in here. So I'm going to press the start button, a gong will ring, and we begin it. So here we go, pressing start in 3, 2, 1, start, and it's on. Now here we go. So we are up for SciFest rocktastic trivia. First question coming up. I'm going to read it out to you. Here comes the quiz. Multi-select, which means you just choose stuff. What are the 3 major rock types? Select multiple, so you actually have to choose more than one. There are 3 of them. Which 3 are the major rock types? Now, it turns out they're part of a rock cycle. Hey, Karen, they constantly cycle round and round, so they come out of the ground, they solidify, often in layers, then they break down, they get shoved back under the earth, a bit of heat, a bit of pressure affects them. So, what do you reckon? Here we go. Here's a lot of people saying it. Let's see what's going on. There's our media about that's that rock cycle you mentioned. There is absolutely a rock cycle for it. And we're going to go next. There's our scoreboard. Elegant Bee, you are fastest. But Bold Quokka, I love a quokka from Rottnest Island, very cool. Is coming up right. But gee, it's really tight the leaderboard here, Karen. Let's keep on going.
Amazing.
Yeah. Next quiz. Fossilized poo.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, aren't we at school? But guess what? Poo is part of biology. Feces for those people scientifically minded. Or is it? What is it called though? If it's fossilized? Is it schist? Is it scatite? Is it coprolite or is it dungite? These are interesting names. Schist, scatite, coprolite, or dungite. Now, Australian government, Geoscience Australia is showing some pictures of that. Sorry, Karen, go ahead.
I was just going to say there are some weird science names, and this is one of my favorite actually.
Oh, a lot of people went for dungite. Now, I wonder. I'm going to go here. Oh, I didn't show the answer. There we go. Here we go. Elegant Bee, still at the top. Very, very cool. All right, let's go to the next one. I did show the answer. Obsidian. Select all that apply. Now, there'll be some Minecrafters here, I reckon. I reckon there'll be some Minecrafters who know they're obsidian. Is it volcanic glass? Is it used to make a nether portal in Minecraft? Or is it used to make weapons like arrowheads? Select all that apply.
It's pretty cool stuff.
This is what it looks like. It's rather sharp.
And
Little heads up. I know that it gets used for even making surgeon's blades. Can do.
absolutely. And they still actually use it to make really sharp blades today. So it's not something they just used sort of in ancient times. It's still used today. So
So
really
you can hit
incredible.
it, it flakes, and it becomes very, very sharp. All right, so let's see. What's all the answers, by the way?
Ooh, some changes there.
Mystical Hornbill at the top. Knowing Yeti knows stuff, so hit the second place. Elegant B, you're still in up in the running, so it does get going. But noticing Shimmering Ferret has a high answer streak. It's important to do this. All right, here we go. Go to the next one. Which of these igneous rocks is sometimes used as a kitchen bench top?
Ooh.
Interesting. Now that's changing over time, by the way. But here we go. Basalt, pumice, granite, a peridotite. What do you reckon? What do you think? Now, igneous, by the way, means it's from molten rock that's now become rock hard. Some of it will be either formed underground or formed above ground. That changes the size of the crystals, by the way. But which of these igneous rocks? And we got our answer, granite, yes. And now we're correct. There's a tick next to it. Granite is the answer.
Good
What's that do to our
job.
scoreboard? All right. Not much of a shift to the top 5. Just adding more points. Here we go. Next one. Where was Australia's largest recorded earthquake? Wow. Newcastle 1989. I'm old enough to remember that. Melbourne 2021. I'm old enough to remember that. Gayndah 1883. I'm not old enough to remember that. And Tennant Creek 1988. I was older to. Oh, this is wow. So it turns out, Karen, Australia can shake.
It can. I actually remember feeling the Newcastle earthquake. I was up here at the Central Coast, and I actually felt last year some of the earthquakes that were happening in the Hunter Valley recently. So yeah, it is a very weird experience, but luckily we don't shake too much.
Oh, for sure. Well, thankfully, I didn't know that Tennant Creek was our strongest ever one. Now, a little bit of a heads up, you'll hear the Richter scale a lot, but the one that's used mainly is the moment of magnitude. Just letting you know, moment of magnitude. Very similar to the Richter scale. Logarithmic, it gets stronger times 10 every time we go up a number.
Ooh, mystical hornbill
Yeah, speaking of going up
sitting at the
numbers,
top.
yeah, going well. Legend Urchin is becoming very much the legend, hitting it at second place. Shimmering Ferret, well, up you go again too. Awesome. All right, we're going to the next one. We got lots to do. Which continent has the lowest average elevation, so height above sea level? Now, so we've got a map there, a topographic map with some extra colors to help us understand what we're dealing with. Is it Australia? Is it Africa? Is it Asia? Or is it South America? What do you reckon? What do you think? Now, what's odd about average elevation is it certainly changes how hot it is. I've been in some very low places that have been incredibly hot. Seems to hold the heat a bit. So we're getting a few answers coming in. We've got a lot of people here now, Karen.
We
112.
do.
Here we go. And the answer is Australia. Interesting. I
Ooh.
was thinking of that place, Death Valley. Death Valley is way below zero, elevation is 0, and it's really, really hot in there. But
Well, what
Australia
a
has the lowest.
great spread
Sorry?
of answers there.
Yeah, big spread.
I wonder what it does to the
Now, Australia is
leaderboard.
an ancient continent and very much has been eroded over time. Now, look here. Knowing Yeti, Lucky Wildcat, Royal Urchin coming up. Aqua Jaguar. Love it. You just went up 28 places. That is solid. Do that again and you're going to be up again. Keep going. Here we go. Next one. True or false? Mount Kosciuszko, though I've heard it's Mount Kosciuszko, depending on the person. But Mount Kosciuszko is Australia's tallest peak. Is this true or false? Now, luckily, you can actually walk up there really easily. There's a nice road going nearly all the way to the top. Anyone been? I
I
have.
did it a really long time ago when I was on a field trip at high school. We went down to Jindabyne. We all walked up Mount
Nice.
Kosciuszko.
There's a main range walk. At the top of my head, it's like 20 kilometers or 22 kilometers. It's a big walk around. Here's your answer. True. Yes, it is Australia's tallest peak. Absolutely. Now, what does this mean
Good
for us?
job.
Leaderboard. Whoa,
Ooh,
up they go.
Elegant Bee's back.
Oh, you're back again. Like, no, no, you know, I'm fighting back. And that's how it works with this. Because we've got more questions because we're only up to 8. Let's get going. Due to plate tectonics, Australia is the fastest moving continent. Is that true? Or is that false? What do you reckon? Now, by the way, it's moving north, kind of crunching into Papua New Guinea. Do you know, though, is it the fastest moving continent? Now, what I always find strange with this, Karen, is that you look at the shape of Australia, but look at this, how far it goes out into the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, it's a huge plate.
It is. And then on this side, some people might know the Ring of Fire. Well known, and a bit off side of that, but there we go. Oh, split almost exactly in half, Karen.
Oh, wow.
That's rare. But the answer is yes. We are moving crazy fast, like really fast. If I remember off the top of my head, it's nearly 4 centimeters. It's moving per year.
It's actually
It's
even more. It's actually roughly the speed of your fingernails growing. So they
yeah.
average it between 7 and 10 centimeters a year
Oh, I
that
thought it
we're
was slightly.
moving north.
It's
So
moving
yeah, this is the
fast,
fastest plate moving
crazy fast.
for geological time.
Wow, you got fire next to you. That
Wow.
usually means a good thing.
No
You're
one
on
yet here
fire.
knows some things.
Yeah, this is great. But we'll see what happens because we're only up to question 9. Looking at this satellite image, what rock type do you think Uluru is made of? Now, that's a great idea. Satellite imagery is really, really important. Metamorphic means it's changed under heat and pressure. Igneous, it formed from cooling rock, turning into a rock instead of a liquid. And sedimentary, well, tends to be sediments layering on top of each other. What do you reckon?
And it's so amazing to see Uluru from this angle as well, because it looks like a completely different shape to when we see it kind of as that big rock sticking out of the ground.
Massively so. And then look at that. Sedimentary was the answer, which means if you think about it, it's at 90 degrees to the plane around it. Like that is extraordinary amount of movement.
Isn't it the largest monolith,
Yes, it is.
which
I've
means
never been
a
there. I want to
single
go.
rock?
I want to go. It'd be good.
It's worth it. Oh, well done. Look at Mystical Hornbill. You have a great lead, but there's still plenty of questions. And we've got
That's right.
13
Now,
people with an answer streak of 3.
so there are people who may have joined later on. I let you know that it's not just your answer, it's how fast you make the answer correct too. Just letting you get a heads up with that. So ready, set, next one. Drop the pin. Where on this topographic map are the Himalayan mountains? Drop your pins. Where is it? This is fun. So see if you can work out how to drop a pin for a start, then put it where you think the Himalayan mountains are. And guess what? I've heard they're still growing.
Well, they are. And I don't want to give away why.
It's really hard not to. so just say they're growing for now. It'll do. Do we know? Now, a
Well,
little
the
heads up too.
tallest
We actually have
mountain
found
might not
all of
always
this.
be the tallest mountain. Oh, wow, look at those pins.
Interesting. Let's see what happens now. Oh, why did I do it? It was right in the It was right in the middle above India. I've pressed
Yes.
something, Karen. All right. All groundwater is found in underground rivers and lakes. Is this true? Is this false? What is the story?
Mm,
All groundwater. Notice all is bold. I think that's important.
yes, I think you're
All
right.
right. 116 answers. I believe that's everyone. So they're really fast on the answer here. Let's see what happens. We won't say skip. I just get to the answer. There we go. Next. And yes, false is correct. You got to think about what groundwater, like define groundwater. Is it frozen? Is it not? Like, where is it?
It's in the ground.
It's in the
So
ground.
all of those spaces between the sediment and the rocks within the ground, all the water that ends up in there is also considered groundwater as well. It eventually will flow out into those rivers and lakes, but yeah, all of those spaces in the ground. And that's why we can get flash floods and floods when it's super amount of rain, like we've had, and there's no more water can fit in the ground, it will run off over the top. So yeah, lots of stuff under the ground, not just in lakes.
That's it. Let's move on to the next one. Number 12. Multiple
Ooh,
selects. You got to select more than one thing if you believe you can select more than one thing. Dinosaurs lived during which time periods? Is this true? For the Cretaceous, the Jurassic, and the Triassic. Now, this is kind of fun. Karen, I was running some programs to some hospital schools only just before this session, and this came up as a discussion because we were talking about dinosaurs. So, what do you
excellent.
reckon, guys?
One of
Cretaceous,
my
Jurassic,
favorite
Triassic?
topics.
It's a good one. All right. And yes, all three turn up. And by the way, speaking of turning up, Australia has its own dinosaurs. You can go to Winton and other areas. You can go to Victoria as well and things. And we are finding Australian dinosaurs. You might know of Australovenator, also known as Banjo. You might know as Matilda, which is Diamatinosaurus. There's a few of them. Mythical Hornbill, you're just holding that lead, aren't you? But people are catching up.
And look,
They're
a
keeping
quick
up.
salamander. It's coming up
Yeah,
with the answer streak of three.
love it, love it, love it. Next one coming up. Number 13, lucky 13, multiple select. Which elements are found in mobile phones? So this thing. Which are they? Are they lithium, copper, and gold? Which ones do you think is real? Lithium, copper, and gold. What do you think? So it turns out resources are rather important because you can't make stuff without the resources. That's why we have places that extract those resources. But which resources are in your phone? Lithium, copper, or gold? What do you reckon? Last chance, and it stopped. Turns out all three. So your copper and your gold are found all through the circuitry. Your lithium's found in the battery. All right, moving
Awesome.
along.
So science is all around us.
Yeah, without the ability to take minerals out of the ground, we don't get to make the things. Also, it's important to be able to recover those things to recycle and use again. All
Absolutely,
right,
because there's only so many resources.
that's it. We're lucky that in this particular land we have a lot of resources, but we do have to extract them carefully and then use them wisely. All right, next one.
Absolutely.
14 out of 20. Which type of metamorphic rock is Michelangelo's famous statue David carved out of? Very, very famous, extremely exquisite carving. Is it gneiss? Is it slate? Is it schist? Is it marble? I've never seen it in person.
It's
Now,
amazing.
I learned some things about the ability that Michelangelo had. Everyone gets your hands and move it slightly. There's a slight movement with the finger that produces a muscle raising up here that he picked in one of his statues. Just subtle. It does not turn up unless that finger is up higher. And I can't remember
Ah.
which one it is. Yeah, it's the index finger. And it's just that's how very careful our friend was. Yes, it was marble.
Well done.
All right.
There's
Do we have
actually
oh
quite a
wow.
few statues of
See,
Michelangelo in different materials around, but the famous one is marble. I think there's a bronze somewhere as well.
yeah, it's very, very, very cool. One day I'll see it. All right, here we go. Next, number 15 out of 20. Multiple selects, so you're selecting more than one thing. What colors can sapphires be?
Ooh.
Blue, green, yellow, or pink? Now I'm actually lucky. My family's from Sapphire Country, up in up in New England area. So there might be
Yeah,
people listening in who are from northern New South Wales who are absolutely know what I'm talking about. Sapphires abound. Also tin is a little side thing.
well, Australia has lots of great resources.
Yeah, sapphires. My grandfather used to go and find sapphires. I used to pan for sapphires in the creek when I was little. I remember
Well,
doing it.
see, that's on my list, Ben, to get up there and get a chance to have a look.
You can absolutely, and you could absolutely find different ones. Blue, greens, and yellows are real for sure. And often next to them, you'll find garnets. But that's a little side
Ooh,
thing. They're the ones that go red and pink, and they're really old too. Little side
mm,
note for that one. But
well done.
let's go next Any change? Yeah, there's changing. Hey, Mystical Hornbill, you're holding the lead, but look what Expert Gator has just done. They're very close to you now. So it's Lucky Wildcat. Actually, everyone here is really close.
There's not
Wow. All
much
right,
in it.
this is very quick. Here we go. Next one. Number 16. Indonesia has more active volcanoes than any other country. Is this true or false? I've never been. Never flown up there. I've been to the Philippines. That was actually this year, but I've not been to Indonesia. What do you
Mm.
reckon? Is this true?
There are some famous ones up there.
Oh, there are. There's a really famous one. There's a little daughter of one. We'll talk about that soon enough. Wow, so we've got 121 answers, and yes, it is true. Indonesia absolutely is on a massive fault line, and our very famous volcano Krakatoa was there, also known as Krakatoa. When it exploded, it was the loudest noise ever heard, ever by a human. The sound went around the world multiple times and recorded, and there's a little daughter of Krakatoa, also known as Krakatoa, called Anak Krakatoa, which may end up blowing its top two.
Yeah, absolutely. It's yeah, and it's all Australia's fault.
Yes, it is, because we're moving so fast in
Yeah,
Indonesia.
our plate is pushing up there and pushing under Indonesia, which is then melting the crust and it's bubbling up, forming these volcanoes. So it's all linked together.
It is, absolutely. So
Oh,
Expert
Expert Gator
Gator
has a high answer streak of 9.
and catching up crazy fast. All right, but Mystical Hornbill, you've held the lead for so long. Can you hold it to the end? We'll find out. Number 17 out of 20. All of these specimens look like gold, but which one is not real gold? Ooh, that's tough. That's hard. That's difficult. What do you reckon? We're going to have a bit of a fight on our hands here. Can't have
This is
easy
what we
ones all
like.
your life, guys.
We've got to make it challenging.
Yep, can't have easy ones all your life, and this is the case. Which one is not real gold?
It's actually one
I've
of
been
my
watching gold
favorites.
shows actually on various commercial streaming things. Very interesting. Here we go. Which is not real gold? Yeah, the one that looks like a cube. So would that be fool's gold?
It is absolutely fool's gold. It is pyrite or iron
Mm,
sulfide, and it does actually make perfect cubes given enough space and time as it's cooling. So the cube shape is actually natural. But yeah, it's called fool's gold because it often would trick people when they're looking for gold because it was found in really similar places. And yeah, it would catch the light in a similar way that gold does. So
yep.
yeah, that's a great question.
And you can make cubes shapes like that with yourself. We were going to share the free experiments at the back end of this. You could make a very super saturated solution of salt water and then dangle something like a paperclip in it and just see what happens. There you
Awesome.
go. All right, because turns out sodium chloride is cuboid in shape too. Oh, wow. That lead just narrowed slightly. Bold Quokka is being rather bold. It's now 450 in the difference, roughly. Well, that's close. 452. That is
Everyone's close
close.
on that leaderboard.
Yeah. All right, let's see what happens. Gee, it's close. Slider. Where does diamond sit on the
Ooh.
Mohs scale of hardness? So you're going to need to slide to think where you reckon it is. 1 or 10 or in the middle or top third, bottom third? What do you reckon? Mohs scale of hardness. This is rather important. We do need to classify rocks through multiple ways. It's not just color and whether they're ductile or what if they glow under UV light. Hardness is also an important property. Do you know? What do you reckon? Where does diamond sit on the Mohs scale of hardness? Boom! Boom! Wavering. Yeah, it's 10. It's the top. You can scratch a diamond with a diamond, but good luck trying to scratch it with talc because talc's at 1. It doesn't go very far.
Absolutely. And it's kind of cool because each one will scratch the one underneath it. So, you can
Mm,
scratch a talc with your fingernail and it gets up to sort of like the threes and fours. You can only scratch it with a coin. And then you can only scratch things like sapphire, which is number 9, with a diamond.
that's impressive. Here we go. Now, by the way,
Oh.
Oh, look. Yeah, still going.
It's
By the way,
tied at the
diamonds aren't just
top.
about putting on rings, they're also used in industrial purposes. We need diamonds to be able to cut things because they're so sharp. Also,
Absolutely.
good for grinding things too. Here we go. Number 19. If I wanted to look closely at grains of sand, which scientific tool would I use? Telescope, thermometer, microscope, satellite. Suppose how good are the lenses? We'll find out. Telescope, thermometer, microscope, or satellite. What do you reckon? We're at 119 answers. I know we've got more people than that, so we're having a bit of a think in the
And
background.
this would be a really fun research thing to follow up with about when each of those pieces of scientific equipment was um, invented.
Yeah, absolutely. And the answer is a microscope. Absolutely. So here we go. Any change? All right. And the lucky last one,
Let's see how we go.
number 20. Shield, strato, and caldera are types of what? Gems, volcanoes, oceans, earthquakes. What do you reckon? Got to be quick. People are answering crazy fast to try and get ahead. What do you think? Gems, volcanoes, oceans, or earthquakes? Who's going to get it? The answer is showing up as it shows up quickly.
You get a hint.
It got sort of a hint just there, a big one. What do you reckon? Now that Mount Etna.
I actually don't know which one it is.
But
it is a volcano. I know that
volcano. Mount Etna is in Italy. It recently erupted. All right, so here comes your podium finish.
Number 3.
Number 3. Well done, Lucky Wildcat. Bold Quokka. And Mystical Hornbill. Well done. You've been in the lead throughout the time. Everyone did extremely well. Look at our runners up there. We got Elegant Bee and Expert Gator. Extremely well played. Hey, thank you very much for joining in. I am going to share, if I may, there are a lot of free resources on our website. There are over 200 free resources on our website. There's free experiments, podcasts, and trivia, and lots of things you get to do. So if you love science, jump on into it. I'm going to stop sharing and pop that in the chat, and I know that you'll be able to use that later. Hey, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I really hope that you enjoyed today's Rocktastic Trivia. Dinosaur maths, is that right, Karen, coming up?
We certainly do. We have Grant from the Australian Age of Dinosaurs joining us again for Did Dinosaurs Do Maths for our key session at 2 o'clock. So if you haven't registered for that, there is still time to get in and be involved. So a big thank you, Ben, for joining us for that fabulous Rocktastic trivia. And we've got our big Earth Science theme today. So it's been brilliant to have you here as well. And I'll thank you for those of you that are saying goodbye. We have recorded this session, so we will share it with you as well if you want to test out some of your knowledge on those questions again. So a big thank you, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye, everyone.